If you guys are interested in my everyday makeup routine, stay tuned for this look. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. So guys, for the first thing that is really important when you're about to start your makeup everyday routine is to make sure that you have like a perfectly clean face. We don't want any dirty faces, or we got to get rid of the particles on your face. So I definitely went in before coming on camera. I used this tea tree foaming facial cleanser by Beauty Bliss. I got this from Ross, and this is such a really good cleanser. Anything with tea tree I feel like would be good for your skin. It's just like a natural type of product to go in your cleanser. So any cleanser will do, just like something that foams up, kind of just lathers the face. So I definitely went in with this. And you need a good toner. I think toners are really great to get the excess dirt off your face. So I used to go back and forth with two different toners. So I go in with the Ordinary glycolic acid, and this is really, really good. I've been using this for a few months now, and I notice a big difference. This definitely gets rid of any blemishes or just any hyperpigmentation on your skin. So finding a good cleanser is really essential to your skincare routine. And then, everyone knows about Fenty Beauty, and this is the fat water. I want to say this is a toner as well, but if it isn't, I use it as a toner. But this is really good as well. So toners are important with your skincare. My next thing that I use is like a hyaluronic acid cream. And this is also really good to use. So I did not use the toner off camera, but I did clean my face. So I'm gonna use the Ordinary glycolic acid. And like I said, this is just really good, just getting like the excess dirt off your face. And it just really gets all the grittiness off your face, which I really do like. So yeah, so I let that kind of just dry down a little bit before I put the, what is this again? The hyaluronic acid cream. So like I said, you want to make sure your face is hydrated before you put on any type of makeup. That is super duper important because it makes the makeup go on smoother and just look flawless. And we really want a flawless, clean canvas when we're putting on our makeup. And moisturized. So yeah, that's the first step when putting on your makeup. So now we're gonna get into the makeup routine of everything. And make sure you do your skincare, is super important. But for the next steps, I'm going to use a primer for my face. So with primers, you really want to use a primer on your face before you start anything, because a primer is like the base to your foundation, and it prevents you from getting acne or for the foundation to clog your pores. And it just kind of like lays the makeup nicely on your face, because then all of the makeup would seep into your skin and it would just look weird. It wouldn't look smooth and flawless. So we really want to prime our faces first to give it like a nice, clean, flawless look. So I'm going to go in with the Power Grip from e.l.f. All you need is about 2 squirts. I've had this bottle for like maybe, I want to say like a year or so now. And it's long lasting if you know like how to use it. Like, just don't use too much. But I kind of just go in the T-zones of my face. So like my forehead, my cheeks, And especially my chin. I'm a little aggressive when I put on my makeup, I'm not gonna lie. Just a little aggressive, but just make sure you kind of spread all of that product everywhere on your face as much as possible. Even kind of like around your eyelids, because you're gonna put makeup there too. And we wanna make sure that there's no creases from like your concealer or your foundation. So we just wanna make sure this dries down and that it gets a little tacky before we begin the next step. But in the meantime, while that dries, I like to do my eyebrows. So I'm not gonna do my eyebrows on camera because I feel like that's such a tedious step, and everyone does their eyebrows differently. Nobody ever does their makeup or their eyebrows the same because like everyone has different shapes. So I'm gonna do that off camera real quick and I'll be back. Okay, so I filled in my eyebrows off camera, and with the brow pencil, I use the Sumi Tang brow pencil from Amazon. And so this one, the holy grail right here. This comes in 12 pieces, and you can get this from Amazon. I believe this was, I want to say it was $12. I could be lying, but it was not expensive at all. It comes with 12 pencils already sharpened for you. And this is great because you don't really have to like go out and get another brow pencil every other week. And it's just like, you can have this probably for a good 2 to 3 months. So I like to buy some of my makeup in bulk. So if you guys are interested in like some brow pencils, they will be in the description box below. But moving on to the next step. So since I filled in my brows, just kind of giving it some shape or whatever, I go into concealing them next. So where is my concealer? Okay, so with the concealer, I go in with the Born This Way. This is a multi-use sculpting concealer. And with concealers, you use them to contour and you use them to highlight in your highlighted areas. So with the highlighted areas on your face, it would be your forehead. As you can see, have like a little bit of highlight, natural highlight. And then, you know, my cheeks or like under my eyes, like for my bags or like dark under circles, my chin and like around this area, like around my nose. So those are like my highlighted areas. But right now, I'm just going to contour my eyebrows first. This is how I do it. I know everyone does different steps in a different way, but I typically do my eyebrows first before I start anything else, so that when I put on my foundation, whatever I need to kind of just like conceal, the foundation will do that for me. So with the contour, when it comes to my eyebrows, I kind of put a little bit of product on the back of my hand like this, and just go in with my flat slanted brush. And this is really good. So I have like a spoolie on one end, which is great. So if you want to brush up your eyebrows, and then on this end, which I have a little bit of product from my last time putting on makeup, this is just like a slanted like brush. So any slanted brush, flat brush will do when it comes to contouring your eyebrows. So I put a little bit of product on my brush, and I just typically just kind of go from the beginning of my eyebrow and just kind of drag the product ever so slightly, because you may mess up a few times. But you just want to drag it and kind of follow the line of your eyebrow. And like, if you want to create some shape to your eyebrow, I would kind of just drag it a little further. Like right here is where the curve of your eyebrow will start. So like if I kind of want to bring up and kind of give a little curve to my eyebrow, I'll probably drag it up a little more. So that means you're manipulating the shape. start like dragging down some of the product. But me, a lot of people don't contour the top, but I do, because I just like to do that. And then I just it kind of gives me a way to, like, my eyebrows are not done, they're not waxed or anything, so it kind of gives me a way to kind of make them smaller and look more shapely. So I like to use the rest of the product for the top because there's not so much left, but I like to drag down the product from my eyebrow as much as possible. Just kind of drag it down. And as you can see, there's some shape to my eyebrow. So the next thing that I will do is use my blending brush to blend out all the product. And when you do use your blending brush, you're gonna wanna wet your blending brush. So I'm gonna go and wet my blending brush. So I got my blending tool right here, and people usually use a sponge, or you can use a brush to kind of blend out everything, but I personally like to use a sponge, and I use the tip of the sponge so that it can get right into these little intimate parts of your face. So I just dab. I dab for a while. And also, before you start doing this, you want to make sure that the product has, like, you know, set on your face a couple minutes, like 2 minutes. So by the time you go and wet your blending tool, your face should be ready to blend. And I just dab. And don't worry about like it not being so perfectly blended in just yet. I kind of like to wait towards like when I'm putting on the foundation and everything to do all of that to make sure everything is seamless. But for the most part, you just want to make sure that you're patting or dabbing the product as much as possible, and until it starts to look a little bit like it's coming together. So like right now, it looks decent, and it looks decent enough to start putting on the foundation. So I'm gonna put on my other eyebrow, and then we'll get to the foundation. Okay, so now that we have the eyebrows done and they're shaped, we're just gonna move on. So for the next step that I do for my face, I put on a foundation. So this is the NARS Longwear Radiant Foundation, well, the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and this is the shade Nambia. I love this foundation. This foundation is just, it goes on smoothly like butter, and it's just a long wear foundation. So it gives you a lot of great coverage, which I can really appreciate and I love. So with that being said, we're gonna wipe off this. I like to use kind of like a paintbrush. I don't know the terms of each brush, so forgive me, I am not a makeup guru or anything like that. I'm just a regular girl in a regular world who knows how to put on her makeup. So I just kind of go in and kind of do some strokes. I like to be patient in this process because this is what matters the most, in my opinion. Like, your foundation should go on like butter. It should look smooth. It should look blended. It should look even. And we want to make sure that you're doing the most to make sure it looks good. So this is like another fluffy brush that I use to go in with my concealer to blend it out, because it still just looks like there's a lot of product here, and I don't really like that. I don't like that look, and I want to make sure it's blending out as much as possible. But for the next step, we're going to go back in with the concealer and we're going to highlight. So when you're highlighting, you want to make sure that you're highlighting your T-zone area right here. This is like, as you can see, where the light is hitting my face. So anywhere where the light is hitting your face and you see a lot of highlight on your face. So your forehead, your under eyes, definitely your chin, your Cupid's bow, and I believe that's it. I mean, that's where I highlight, right here, 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 and here. I just kind of go in with no brush and just use this. And I kind of like put like a triangle right here. Then you also want to put a little bit right here. And you want to put it at an angle so that it's pushing up your face. We want to make sure your face is always uplifted, because being uplifted in life is very important. And always spiritual and makeup. For the forehead, you don't want too much because you just don't. So I would say just another triangle, but something like this works wonders. And then you want to do the same for your chin as well. So while your face is looking like this, I would give it about a few minutes to dry down a little bit, especially since your foundation is still trying to dry down, is trying to oxidize to your face. So we're gonna give that about 2 minutes. Okay, so it's been a few minutes now. So the concealer has probably gotten more tacky and just able to blend better. So we're gonna go in with this concealer brush. This is what I use to kind of blend out my concealer. So when I'm using this brush and when you're concealing your face and highlighting your face, you want to start with the edges of where you placed your concealer. So you don't ever want to start from the top and drag out. You want to start from the edges of the concealer. So I'm going to start here, and then when I come to this side, I'm just going to like blend it upwards, because like I said, we want to uplift our faces. And when you're doing your forehead, make sure you stay here. Don't go up to like the outer regions of your forehead. Stay in the middle, because obviously, as you can see, this is where you contour. This is where you put on your darker, these are your shadows. So the shadows of your face, leave alone. Keep the highlighted areas in the highlighted areas. So always just kind of spread it a little bit, but stay in that area. Go in with my beauty blender, and I'm just gonna dab, because I feel like there's just so much more excess product that needs to, and I use the flat part of my blending sponge, and I just dab, dab, dab. So everything looks amazing. I just love how everything just looks seamless and it just blended out perfectly. So with the next step, we're going to go in with the Fenty contouring stick, and this is in Caviar. I love Fenty products. I've been using Fenty for years, as many of you guys have too. So when you're contouring, when you're using a concealer, make sure you go 2 to 3 shades up from your foundation or your regular skin tone. And then when you're using a contour stick for your shadows, make sure you go to 2 to 3 shades darker from your actual skin complexion or the foundation that you use. So this is a very deep, dark contour stick. I feel like this is the darkest shade that Fenty has. I could be wrong, but I want to say it's definitely close to the darkest one. And I love this one. This is like a creamy stick, so definitely using her shades, you'll find something that fits you. So my shadow areas will be my forehead, my jawline, and my cheekbones. So I'm gonna start with my cheekbones. So when you start with your cheekbone should start from like from where your ear, the top of your ear. So that's like my little map. So I start like right here. And you don't want to drag, can you guys see the product? You don't want to drag that product all the way down here. We just kind of want to leave it right here. So I may have to like go in a little deeper. But if you guys can see it, say you can see it in the comments. Okay, so again, on this side, you're going to start from the top of your ear and as a map to know where to place your contour. And I just kind of like do a little few strokes like right there. And also your jawline. So with your jawline, I would like kind of place it like right here. Not too much visibility on your face, like where you can see your face, but kind of just like ever so around the bottom of your jawline. And then for your forehead, we're just gonna do a few strokes, like 2. I don't need too much. I don't like too much. I like to keep it cutesy, and that's about it. So with that being said, I don't have a lot of different brushes to contour with, so I'm just gonna go back in with my little trusty dusty brush right here. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna drag that out. Well, you're not supposed to really, you wanna drag it up. We're gonna use my little blending brush. We're gonna use the bottom of this, and we're just gonna pat up a little bit. And for your jawline, you don't drag down, you don't drag up, you stay in place. You stay right there. That we're gonna do is, this step would probably be for most girls like a bronzer step or anything like that, but I'm more of like a blush girl. I like blushes, and I stay true to just one specific shade because I think that for my complexion, this color works really well. So this is the Juvia's palette for blush. It doesn't say, it says volume 1, but this is how it looks. This has been out for the longest of times, and it has 2 shades. So this has, like, as you can see which one I use the most. And this is the one, this is her, this is the girl. And it doesn't have like a specific color, but it has like a more of like an orangey vibe down here. And this is like a plum. So with my skin complexion, I think a plum would go very well. So I do this all the time. So this is kind of like my powder that I use to kind of, you know, set the contour that I just did. So I have my brush, so I kind of use like a circular cylinder brush like this, and I just go in and I kind of just do the same thing that I did with my contour. I will just kind of stroke around that area. And you just kind of want to brush lightly. I have a heavy hand, so sometimes my blush can look very hefty. So yes, so this is the Juvia's palette, and she's really, really, really good. For the next thing, I'm going to go in with my translucent powder. So translucent powder is good to set your face. So everything that you just did, putting on the foundation, the concealer, the blush, all the things, this will help set your face and make sure it's not going to, you know, melt off your face when you're out and about, or start caking up and start looking kind of disorganized. So this sets your face, keeps all of the products set into your face and keeping it from looking oily. It mattifies your face very well. So I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the banana color, and I love this product. I think she's great, but whatever works for you and your skin complexion, or you know, if you like a specific product, it will work for any and everybody. We have this cute little triangular sponge, or well, what do you guys call these nowadays? What do you guys call these? I don't know what people call these, but this is what you use to set your face. And then I kind of like just dab it a little bit and then scrape off the excess products because we don't want it to be too much on our face. So we're gonna go in where we put our concealer. So we're gonna start, and it helps because it has like a nice tip right here. So we're just gonna place it right in that crevice of our face, and we're just gonna slightly press the setting powder. You don't want too much product on this, because if you do have too much product, you're going to start looking a little ghostly, and it's kind of hard to get that look off you. We don't want that. So we're gonna put a little bit, and we just kind of press it down. We just press that down into our skin, and you can already see like a difference. This looks more mattified, and this side looks a little more oily and unsettled. Like, I just love her. So we're just gonna set that as well. And I also like to set my nose, so, because that's like the most oily part of my face. Sometimes it's my nose and my forehead. And then we're gonna set our chins. So now that we set our faces and everything is looking mattified and beautified as we like it to be, we're gonna work on our lashes. So before I put on my lashes, I like to use mascara to kind of give it a nice little lift and kind of harden my lash, so that when I stick the lash on my face or my eyes, that it will be easier to apply. So I got these lashes from Amazon. I love Amazon for anything and everything. And this is such a great product because these are very, in my opinion, are very great feminine lashes. They sit really nice with my eyes. I have almond shaped eyes. So if you have almond shaped eyes, I think a good cat eye lash would be the best thing to use. I love lashes that are kind of volumized and kind of just kind of like extend out over, you know, throughout the lash. So these are really great. They're affordable, and these will be in the description box below as well. Just use my mascara. So I have any mascara will do. This is the Marie Claire volumizing mascara. So if you have a volumizing mascara, that would be great because we do want to volumize. But the main reason why we're using mascara in the first place is to kind of harden the lash so that we can apply the lash to our eyelid. But I like to go and use any adhesive products from Kiss. Kiss has like the best adhesives, especially when it comes to like nail products or anything like that. So I like to use a Kiss adhesive strip lash adhesive. So this works wonders. It stays on long. So that is the best thing I would prefer for you to use. And my lashes are currently trying to get tacky, so make sure that when you're applying your lash that you're not just applying while it's still like wet. You want to make sure it's like getting sticky and tacky. So I like to wait at least 5 minutes for that to get tacky, and then once that does get tacky, then I apply to my lash. The way that you can probably tell that the lash is tacky is when the product started off white and it starts to kind of dissolve into more of a clear form. So once it starts looking like that, that's how I know that the lash is ready. And when I put on the lash, I like to look down. So I get my mirror and I kind of place it down under me because you want to have your eye looking down. So I look down and kind of just place it on my lash line. If you have tweezers, it definitely would help, but I don't have tweezers. And I just kind of know by now how to do my lashes. Also, you may want to cut the lashes to fit your eyes perfectly, and I didn't do that this time. But either way, it should be fine. Just make sure that the lash doesn't come too close to the inner eye, like right here at this corner, because then it can irritate your eyes. So you just want to make sure that everything just feels comfortable, and you pinch the lash into your lash line and make sure it looks good. With that being said, the next step would be my lips. And for my lips, I have a Tree Hut Sugar Lip Scrub. I like to go in with this because before you do anything with your lips, there's all this residue. There's crust, there's just all types of stuff on your lips that just kind of needs to get rid of the dead skin. So I just use a little bit, not too much. And this smells like a menthol type of like smell. Has a smell to it, which I like because yeah, it smells really good. So I'm just gonna apply it to my lips and kind of give it a nice little scrub-a-dub. And apply it. Make sure you don't get it on your makeup. I should have done this, or I usually do this before I do my makeup along with my skincare routine, but I forgot to do that this time. So we're gonna do it now. And this also helps to get rid of any makeup that's been on your lips when you were applying your makeup. So just scrub. So now my lips feel soft. I love that feeling. Like I don't have any crust or any residue on it. So this is like giving it another clean slate so that you can put on your lips, your lipsticks, your glosses, whatever you put on your lips. And usually I like to do a lip liner, and I use the same lip liner that I use for my eyebrows. So I know a lot of people do that, and honestly, you might as well. It's the same type of product. It's nicely sharpened. I feel like nothing is happening. It's okay. So you just follow the line of your lips, and it gives it a more distinctive look to your lips, which I really like. And for the next thing that I'm going to use is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. So I put on the lip oil before I put on like anything else, like a lip gloss or a lipstick or anything like that. So this is the e.l.f. Glow Revive Lip Oil. And I believe the shade of this is a honey. But this is how it looks. If you guys can replicate the shade, if you guys have it, this is really good. Oh, this is so good. Like the way that this product was made, like the consistency of it, the texture, everything about this is magnificent. I love how it glides on my lips. Look at that. Oh my God, this product is so good. I can just, yeah. And the thing is, I don't like lip products that are sticky and just like not soft. Like, this feels soft. Like, I love the way that this feels. I'm like an advocate. Like, e.l.f., if you want to sponsor me one day, I got you, because your products are literally amazing. After I'm done applying the lip oil, honestly, I could just stop here, but I'm going to put a little bit of this lip gloss on top just to kind of give it a little more color. I don't want too much color on my lips. I'm a person that likes a natural, neutral, skin shady type of lip. I don't like colors too much because then I start looking like a clown. But I just squirt out a little bit and kind of dab it in the middle of my lip. And right here. I don't put it on my whole lip because this does have like a little color to it. And I kind of want to keep it neutral. So I put it in the middle. So that is that for the lips. Like I said, please get this. If you haven't already, if you don't have it, get it now. And for the last and final step is e.l.f. Were you surprised? Another e.l.f. product. So this is the Makeup Mist and Set. And this is supposed to replicate the Morphe setting spray. And we love a good dupe around here. So this right here, I love Morphe. I love the way it smells too. So this is my first time trying it. So let's see what it's giving, what it smells like, and how it sets on my face. Let's see if the dry down is good. So I fan down my face, and you can use like a more heftier paper. So let that dry down really good on your face. So guys, this is the final look. How do you guys like? This is my everyday beauty routine. This is what the products that I use on a regular basis, and this is what helps my skin or my makeup to look flawless. I really like a soft girl beat. I don't really like too much eyeshadows. I don't like anything overwhelming for myself. Like I used to do that back in the day when I was younger. I used to wear eyeshadows up to my forehead. Like, I was just a dramatic girl, but you know, this is a very beautiful soft girl beat for like anyone who likes that look. All of these products are very affordable, and all of these products will be down in the description box below if you guys want to use them for your everyday routine. And if you guys like this video, please put a big thumbs up, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Mwah.